Asante, asante, asante Wakenya wenzangu. Nimeona kama mmechoka na
Love him or hate him, for decades he was impossible to ignore. He called himself Baba. They called him Agwambo, the mysterious one.
When I was arrested, I was first charged with treason. And I spent 6 months in committee, in a remand prison, coming to the court every 2 weeks for the mention. But after those 6 months, eventually the state realized they did not have evidence against me. So they entered a nolle prosequi. When they entered a nolle prosequi, then decided to detain me. We were released in the court, taken down to the cells, released, and then when we came out and at the gate there, we were rearrested. And then taken to Langata police station, kept there the whole night. Around midnight, we were brought to Nairobi area police station, where we were served with the detention orders, then transferred back to committee, this time in a different block. So that's now started my detention career.
So during Committee 1, your first experience, what was that like?
Well, you know, the first, in the remand, of course we just remand, but we were called capital remandees, meaning that it is a charge that carries a mandatory death sentence. So you walk here with a red C on your chest, wearing those prison capturas. Those days they didn't have trousers.
Which means potentially you could have been on death row.
I was basically on death row. I was on death row. That place. People were not allowed to come and see you. You are isolated from the rest of other remandees.
He was born in January 7th, 1945, son of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Kenya's first vice president. He studied in East Germany. He returned, he fought, he lost, he won small victories, he built hopes, and now he is dead.
Fellow citizens, it is with deep sorrow that I inform the nation of the passing on of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga.
Letea tangazo la kuhuzunisha.
Na Raila Amolo Odinga ameaga dunia.
Na habari tunazozipokea kutoka India zinadhihirisha kwamba Raila Odinga alifariki mapema hii leo.
In the early morning of October 15th, 2025, somewhere in Kerala, India, at an eye treatment center, Raila collapsed during a walk. He was 80. He had been admitted for rest and treatment after a mild stroke in Kenya. His daughter, his personal doctor, his sister around him. He was rushed to an hospital at about 9:52 a.m. Indian time. Efforts to revive him failed. Heart attack, the statement say. But the truth has edges, because for years, even decades, whispers circulated. Could Raila die in office? Could he be taken out quietly because he pushed harder for reforms, for democracy, for justice, because he challenged power, because he lost elections 5 times? Every time supporters cried foul, every time the outcome stung, every time he asked, is Kenya free yet? Let's look back. Raila lost in 1997, then again in 2007, then in 2013, then in 2017, then in 2022. 5 times he ran for president, never won. In 1991, he helped the tide towards multi-party democracy. In 2005, he led the No campaign in the constitutional referendum. Unwilling to settle for broken promises, in 2007, when the election results were disputed, when the violence raged, he refused to be silenced. The chaos cost lives as many as 1,000 or more. Houses burned, trusts ruptured, Yet the result was the 2008 power sharing deal. Raila became the Prime Minister, the only one Kenya ever had in that shape. He championed the 2010 Constitution, a document many saw as a chance of healing the institutional scars of the past. He fought for the greater transparency, for rights, for the underdog, for Wanjiku, the average Kenyan. He also knew compromise. Sometimes he embraced handshake politics, most famously in 2018 with Uhuru Kenyatta, a symbolic peace. To some, that was betrayal, to others, survival. Raila had passion beyond politics. He loved his family, his children, his grandkids. He loved the power of speech, the roar of crowd chanting, banners raised higher. He liked symbolic things, the handshake, the dialogue, the rituals of the reconciliation. He understood ceremony. He also liked medicine. When health failed, when strength wavered, he turned to healing, both political healing and physical healing. Even across the borders, he was human. He bled, he rested, he laughed, he suffered. Whether you saw him as a hero, a disruptor, too combative, too cautious, or just always wanting more, he was still human. And death makes everything simple and everything complex. Earlier this morning, sources say he had been doing short walks around the hospital ground. His vitals had laterally improved. The hospital center was chosen particularly because it had helped his daughter, Rosemary, regain her eyesight in earlier years. This, they said, gave him hope. Poison, trickery, cover-ups, so far no credential evidence. The statements, cardiac arrest, sudden collapse, medical efforts. But in Kenya, rumors always seed quickly when the powerful die. Some speculated months ago about failing health.
Persons. I want to call on everybody to respect the privacy of the health of individuals, and as has been said before, whenever Mzee has had health challenges, he has always spoken out. His spokesperson has spoken out. As SG of ODM, I do not speak on the individual health of members of the party. That is not where my mandate is.
Afya ya mtu sio kitu ambayo unaweza sherehekea. Kila mmoja wetu ni binadamu, atafika mahali atagonjeka. Lakini nataka kuhakikishia Wakenya kwamba sisi kama chama tulitoa taarifa kuhusu yale mambo wanaongelea, na kiongozi wetu wa chama cha ODM Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga ako imara.
Yeye si lazima kila siku baba aende katika mtandao aseme ni kwa hivi na hivi na hivi. Hata walai mtu anahitaji hata siku mbili sana ya kwenda vacation. Unajua baba kwetu Masaini, mzee ambaye yako rika ya baba hata anaweza kwenda kuchukua bibi mwingine, yeye ni bibi wa pili. Nani anajua kama ameenda honeymoon? Hiyo ni kitu ambaye hautakiwi kwenda kuingilia, unachunguza mambo ya mtu sana.
Some said he was death is also a chance to ask, what kind of Kenya will rise when the giant leaves? Will legacy matter more than myth? Will fairness matter more than fear? Because somewhere beyond Kerala, beyond mourning, Kenya stands at a crossroad. And this time, it is not about one man, it's about all of us.